I'm with Sebastian Thrun, the founder of Udacity and a celebrity educator, as I say. Sebastian, thank you so much for talking with us.
Absolutely.
And it's a pleasure to have you here. I'm honored to talk to you. I just wanted to talk to you about what's happening in the digital world and reskilling, which is to me one of the biggest agenda items in all CEO forums I've attended. In fact, it's been called out as one of the risks in the digital economy, one of the 5 headwinds in the digital economy by one of the surveys I read from PricewaterhouseCoopers yesterday. Maybe you should tell us a little bit about what you're seeing.
I think we're living in an incredible world right now between artificial intelligence, cryptocurrencies, internet security, Internet of Things, IoT. There's these new technologies coming at us that will transform the world, and anybody who wants to be on top of it has to really think about how to get the right staff. And in the past, companies would just try to hire those people, but you can't find them anymore. So more and more companies are now looking into their internal staff and trying to reskill them. Infosys is a leader in this field, and so is AT&T, in the hopes of staying current.
And whose responsibility is that? Is it the employer or the employee? And I actually know that a lot of firms like you thrived on a B2C model of directly going to large pools of talent in large corporations, and they take it on themselves to reskill.
So what we find is, Udacity, my company, used to be mostly a consumer business. We have now over 70,000 graduates, which is kind of a great number for a relatively young university.
But and very micro-modular as well, right?
Yeah. But more corporations are now approaching us saying, look, we have 50,000 people already on staff that really need these skills. And we started taking the same skill set into corporations, where corporations now train their staff. And that's become a great business, and I think it's a great transformation for any company.
And there's this debate about what is more important, the financial capital to power digital scaling, or the human capital to scale the digital agenda. And the CEOs and CXOs I've met, they've always been on this thing about we need the financial and the human capital to do this.
I always think people matter the most, and people are often underrated. People is what make the world go forward. People is what forms cooperation. And in my own field, computer science, I can tell you every 5 years the skill set I have is completely obsolete and replaced by a new skill set. So the stuff I would learn today at school, very different from what I learned 5 years ago. So I think there's an increasing awareness of corporations, of CEOs, of CIOs, to really kind of upskill their teams to be current.
And Sebastian, what fascinates me is the autonomous engineers program we're doing with you.
Yeah.
We committed we're going to do 500 engineers. I think it's an exciting program. We're looking at adjacent capabilities and moving them into autonomous technologies. And we believe autonomous technologies is going to be pervasive across industries.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it. You're almost a pioneer on that program. I don't find any other educator in the world who has something so exhaustive and thorough as you have.
Yeah, and I mean, we are really at the bleeding edge. But 3 years ago, the worldwide crave went on for self-driving cars. Before, there was kind of a dormant technology. But when Uber marched in and the Ford CEO was fired, and all of a sudden you get these startup companies, and you look at these startup companies exit, some were like sold to Uber and other companies, the price per head was about $10 million. So Uber and Ford and GM would roughly pay $10 million per one person engineer in this field. And that was an eye-opener to us, which is, look, there's this new nascent field of self-driving cars. It's going to be $1 trillion industry, and there's no talent out there. So we started teaching. We worked with you. We taught 100 people. Out of 100 people, 99 graduated, which is amazing. Right. And the average, I think, score of a 1 to 5 skill is something like 4.8. So the people loved it. And now they have skills that you can't find anywhere else. So if people will spin the company and sell it to somebody else, they might make millions and millions of dollars.
Absolutely, I think we thoroughly enjoyed that experience. We were really looking forward to scaling that to 500 very soon. A lot of industries are going to embrace this, and we do believe we could be on a lead position on that. Thank you so much, Sebastian, for talking to us.